Hi everyone, Leanne here from Passionate Paper Creations and Friends, and today we're having a sponsorship day with the Greeting Farm. Hey everybody, so I'm using their Fa La 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 stamp set, Adorable Stuff, along with Jaded Blossom's Christmas dies too, and their Slimline dies. And I'm also using the Jolly Pad from Pink and Main. So I went ahead and I pre-stamped my images onto Neenah Solar White cardstock, 80 pound, and I cut them out using my brother's Scan and Cut and colored them with Copic markers. They'll all be listed on my blog. And I went ahead and I stamped them again onto some patterns from that Pink and Main Jolly Pad, and I did some fussy cutting. So I cut directly on the line, and then I ran a Memento Tuxedo Black marker around the edge just so it blends in really well. You'll also notice that I used some Copic marker in C00 and C3 just to blend in from the sides to make it look a little bit more, I don't know, like make it blend with the background more, you know, a little bit of shading. There we go. I'm just using my EK Success tweezers to get those lined up straight. Art glitter glue to stick it down. And there we go. Adorable little images. Now, on the little snowman cheeks, I did use a Sakura white Jelly Roll pen in a number 10 to add some little freckles, because, you know, snowmen have freckles, right? Anyway, so I'm just quickly adding all the little pattern details onto the adorable little snowmen. So really cute stuff. There we go. So there's my little images. And then I went ahead and I grabbed a piece of Paper Tray Ink white cardstock, and I cut it at 8.5 by 7 1/8, and I scored it at 3 9/16. And that makes the perfect size for a slimline card to fit the slimline dies from Jaded Blossom. So then I went ahead and I cut the scallop layer out with pure poppy cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, and I'm just going to stick that down with my ATG tape. There we go. So pretty easy stuff. And then I cut a layer out of Echo Park's Snow Much Fun paper line, and that's a 12-inch paper line. I just grabbed a snow-filled background, and I cut it out with the layer from the Slimline dies from Jaded Blossom. Just, you know, easy peasy stuff. I'm just creating a scene. So then I went ahead and I cut that same rectangle out using the Paper Tray Ink white cardstock again, and then I used the little snow hill die that comes with that Slimline dies to cut a hill in the center, and then I just flip them around so I get two hills. And there we go. I'm going to lay them down with some ATG tape, and I'm just going to tape the bottoms and the sides, and I'm going to use them kind of like pockets to stick in my little details. There we go. Now I'm trying to, you know, come up with a layout for this one, and I realize I need one more snowman. So you'll see I'm going to edge around that piece, that paper piece image, with my Memento Tuxedo Black marker. There we go. And I'm going to add the pattern to that last little snow guy. There we are, using my reverse tweezers from EK Success just to, you know, get my fingers out of the way, line it all up. There we go. And building my little snowman. How cute is that? So what I do is I kind of come up with a scene, and then I figure out where my sentiment's going to go. And I have everything in place, so I can basically, you know, go ahead and take it to my Misty and stamp. So this is my Misty. I actually had some of my stamps still in there. And then I have my stamps laid out where I want to stamp them. And I'm going to go ahead and close the door and pick up those stamps. There we go. Now this is a little risky, like I said, already stamping onto an already made background, but you know, there we go. So now I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and I'll stamp that little Fa La 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 La, making sure there's no over stamping, because this is a thick background, and sometimes if you're not careful, you can get, like, if there's stuff on the plate, you can get it, transfer it to your card or your images, so you just want to be careful of that. And now I am stamping, but I'm trying not to push too hard. I don't want to squash it and make it look all wonky, so there we go. Now I'm going to stamp the little extra la like that last little snow guy is saying it. There we are. And now I'm going to quickly stick down my little images. So those little trees are from that Christmas Dies 2 set from Jaded Blossom. I cut them out with pattern paper from that same Pink and Main Jolly Pad. Now I'm adding in my little colored Christmas tree. There we go. And I'm planning on layering the present and the little star, but I'm going to stick down this last little tree first. I just cut out a little layer with some more of that Paper Tray Ink white cardstock just to scrap, just so things aren't so, you know, a little bit more level. There we go. Cute trees, eh? I think they're kind of cute. There we go. Now I'm going to pop up my images. I'm using Stampin' Up's mini dimensionals for all the small stuff, and then I'll use the normal size dimensionals for everything else. There we go, and I'm just going to quickly put my little present in. I kind of chose all of my Copic markers because I knew I was going to be using that Pink and Main Jolly pad. So I thought I'd go ahead and I'd color with coordinating colors. So that's how I kind of started with this design. I kind of start with the pattern paper first because you can always match the pattern paper to the Copic markers. It's really hard to go the other way, I find. So it's kind of like, in your house when you don't want to paint your bedroom and then go out and buy a bedspread to match. You kind of want to have the bedspread first because there's like a million colors you can choose from. And that's kind of how I look at it with my Copic markers. So now I am just laying out my little scene with my little snowmen. They are so cute. There we are, just peeling off my backers there. And then I will get this last little snow guy in place. How cute is he? I think it's pretty cute. And then I'll get these other guys going. I made a little layer for that one. I'm going to keep that one flat. There we go. And then now I've got a piece of Simon Says Stamp glitter paper, and this is white glitter paper, and I'm just going to use an EK Success Punch, a 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going for snowballs here. That's what I'm going for. I'm kind of thinking like a little snowball fight, and I think a little bit of white glitter might be fun. So I'm just punching those all out. Really easy stuff. I'm trying to show you the size, but that's not going to happen. So now I'm going to pop up these little snowballs using the using the Stampin' Up dimensionals and the mini ones. And like I said, that's Simon Says Stamp white glitter paper. It's great glitter paper. The glitter does not come off. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's really pretty. Adds a little bit of shine. There we go. So some are going to be flat on the card. Some will be popped up. There we go. And now I'm going to add a few more, just sprinkled around. Adding a few little snowballs, because, you'd picture snowmen having a little fight, right? Or maybe these are snow kids, really. They're kind of look like juvenile snow kids. There we go. So now I'm just getting all these little snowballs in place. Like I said, some flat, some popped up, just to give a little bit of interest. And there we go. How cute. I think this is just adorable. There we go. So I've got my little scene. We're all set. And now I'm pulling out my favorite. This is Nouveau Crystal Drops in Simply White. And I'm just going to add basically a snowstorm happening in here. So I'm just going to add like a bunch of little daubs, like I've got like snow coming down. But obviously, I'm controlling where it goes. There we go. And I'm just adding a bunch wherever I can think to add them. Just creating like a little scene. That's what I was going for. There we go. And then I think to myself, I need a few more. So I add a few more because, more is more. At least that's how I do it. So there we go. So I'm just going to pop in a bunch more. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom Facebook site. If you're not a member, come and join. It's a fun place to share your projects and to get inspired by the team and by anyone else. It's adorable. There we go. Make sure to maybe visit the greeting farm and check out what they have. And while you're out shopping, maybe stop on over at the Jaded Blossom store and get your hands on some of these dies. So thank you, and we will see you soon in my next video. Bye, everyone.